In the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful. Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. Hope you all are very fine, safe, and sound. Today, we are going to study chapter number 4 from your book 2 Modern Prose and Heroes. The name of the essay is End of Term, written by David Dashes. David Dashes was a literary historian, critic, scholar, and Scottish writer. Scottish mean one who belongs to Scotland. He wrote in both English and Scottish literature. He was the president of the Association for Scottish Literary Studies. He was also director of the Institute for Advanced Studies in the Humanities at Edinburgh University. Title of the essay is End of Term. Term is duration. Duration when a specific period of time in an educational year ends. Terms may be 2 or 3 in an educational year. Students, this essay is basically an autobiography. Autobiography means a story of one's own life. The author recalls the days of his school life. He expresses his feelings and memories regarding the holidays. He also mentions the boring routine of school life. This essay starts with the phrase, Friday, thank God, which reveals a writer's excitement towards the weekend. He shares with us what he feels about his school life and how different it was for him to wake up for school. Besides, the weekends, David Dashes very interestingly tells us about the other unexpected holidays which were the cause of happiness for him. At the end of the lesson, he narrates some bitter reflections of his childhood memories. Now let's discuss the essay in detail. Along with the reading of the text and explanation of the text. Now start the first paragraph. I believe a school teacher wrote a book some years ago with title Friday, Thank God. Believe means think. Title means caption. The writer starts his essay with the name of a book which expresses his internal feelings about holidays. He gives us a general view of his school life. That phrase expresses perfectly my attitude to the arrival of the weekend during term time when I was a schoolboy. Phrase. Phrase means a small group of words standing together as a conceptual unit. So we can say that an incomplete part of sentence is called phrase, but combination of meaningful words that is complete in itself is called a sentence. So this is the main difference between a phrase and sentence. Expresses mean shows perfectly, completely. Attitude, behavior, way of thinking. Arrival, coming. The daily grind of school, with its abundant homework, its fierce competition, the sense of never being able to relax, pressed heavily upon me in spite of the fact that I often enjoyed the actual classroom work. Grind mean hard work. Abundant means in great quantity, plentiful. Fierce mean severe, fearful. Competition mean contest, fight, struggle. And relax mean relief, comfort. Students, the author explains that although he was not a dull or weak boy, yet he was sick of his daily short school going routine, plentiful quantity of homework, and competition. Competition means a struggle for getting more marks. He was fearful to spend all the day at school. He was fearful to get a large quantity of homework, which they were assigned at the end of the hectic day, spent at school with the pressure of getting more and more marks in the competition with his class fellows. Or waking up in the morning with the knowledge that one simply had to get out of the bed, that there was no possibility of turning over for an extra dose, and seeing the hours of school stretching ahead with a dismal experience, especially on Monday. Turning over means hand over, provide, supply. Stretching, spreading, extending, expanding. Dose, a little sleep or a nap. Dismal, sad, or gloomy. Dear students, waking up early in the morning has never been a good experience, especially for the students. David Dishes is having the same attitude that every Pakistani student has. You, everybody doesn't like any disturbance in one's deep sleep, especially on Monday morning. Monday morning is gloomy because of the end of relaxing time of Sunday. All persons in a society are students at an age of their life, and we, as a student, always like holidays. We had a maid once who would climb each morning with grim steps. Grim means severe, shocking, harsh, up to the attic floor. Maid, female servant. Attic, um, attic floor means upper story room. Students in Western countries, attic is a room at a top story and it is used as a bedroom. Where Lionel? Lionel, his brother, writer's brother, and I slept in one bedroom and my sister Sylvia in another. And announced in deep funeral tones. Funeral tones, a sermon delivered at a person's death ceremony. Students they take it as a death call when she calls their names, Lionel, David, Sylvia. Time means a time to open their eyes, time to wake up, time to goodbye, sweet dreams, and time to go to school. Yes, normally it happens to all of us in every morning, Hannah. I used to lie waiting for that ominous tread on the uncarpeted attic stairs. Uncarpeted without carpet, bare floor. And the voice it heralded sounded in my ears like a summons to damnation. Herald mean proclaim, announce. Ominous, threatening, gloomy. Tread, walk. Ominous tread means the writer describes his maid's manner of walking as means he hates the footstep of his maid who comes to wake them up. A summons, call, orders, command, damnation, curse, pains of hell, suffering, condemnation to hell. The sound of his maid seems to have a call from the hell. It shows his extreme disliking and resentment for her maid's waking up. The anticipation was always worse than the reality. Anticipation, knowledge, beforehand, foresight, foretelling. I don't remember ever being especially unhappy in the class, but the oppressive weight of the knowledge of a full day's school ahead remained a characteristic sensation of my childhood. Oppressive, cruel, harsh, unfair. Sensation, feeling, sense, awareness. Students, the orator again proclaims that he was not a dull student or a weak student, but a hectic and boring school day used to make him tired. and disappeared only after I had left school and entered the university, where the smaller number of classes to be attended and the freedom of a student to come and go meant a completely new kind of academic world. Students, the writer gives a positive statement about the university life. He says that university life is having freedom, independence in it, along with the lesser number of periods of different subjects that he had to learn at school the full day. Yes, to wake up on a Thursday morning to feel the end of the week already lying ahead. He says Thursday has the feelings that the working days are going to an end. Yes, come to the next paragraph. Friday morning was positively rose colored. Students, roses are most commonly associated with love and extreme happiness. This shows a writer's inner affection for the holidays. Dear students, Sir Francis Bacon, one of the most famous British philosopher, he once well said, holidays are holidays. Do you really understand what he wants to say in these words? I think you better understand. The last period, as each of our lessons was called on a Friday, whatever the subject, had its special happy flavor of the end of the week. Flavor means taste, but now here we will take it as enjoyment and relish. Dear students, in most of the Western countries, students are having two weekend holidays, Saturday and Sunday. So the last period on Friday was also relishing for the writer, which shows his utmost pleasure and his hope for the coming enjoyment in weekend holidays. And one walked home from school on a Friday afternoon. However, much homework had been assigned for the Monday with the tread of an escaped prisoner. Yes, the writer calls himself escaped prisoner. The writer feels himself as a prisoner who has run out of the jail in spite of having much homework assigned. Friday night, with 2 solid days before school again, was the best night of the week, Saturday night, with still a whole day between it and Monday, was pleasant in a quite a different way. So that's why the writer feels a Friday as a rose color day, having two consecutive holidays. And the writer was having so much excitement and enjoyment in his heart that he is having a weekend having full of enjoyment and relish. Yes, Sunday night was full of the threat of Monday morning. Threat? Danger. Yes, only 2 days of his escape, and then a threat of coming restless week again. Yes, come to the next paragraph, please. Sometimes there were unexpected respites, unexpected, unpredicted respites. Respites, time for rest or interval or break. He says that sometimes he gets unexpected holidays, possibly a half day holiday to let us attend a football match with some unforeseen circumstances. Unforeseen, unplanned circumstances, conditions had caused to be cancelled the preceding Sunday. Preceding, uh, previous, earlier, prior, or former, Saturday, or the sudden dismissal of school. Dismissal, closure, removal from the daily routine or discharge from something. Dismissal of school an hour or two before the usual time. Usual time, regular, daily routine, because of some unexpected crisis. Crisis, possibly for some disaster, catastrophe, calamity, or celebrations. Celebrations, uh, events, occasions, festivities. As all these situations happened suddenly, so the writer got holidays, which he dreamt always. But these were few and far between. Few and far between means infrequent, not common. It was not a common practice in their school that they got holidays often. As you all have experienced COVID holidays in unexpected circumstances, every educational institution has been kept closed in all over the world since 14th March 2020. May Allah protect us. So, dear students, this is end of today's lecture. Kindly read the lesson again with the meanings and synonyms of the difficult words and complete comprehension of the text. We will continue the rest of the lesson in next week, inshallah. Stay blessed. Allah Hafiz.